Getting your kids to develop executive functioning skills so they can be independent can be so much easier than you think. When you use a proven executive functioning coaching model, you really will have all the tools you need so that you can help your child be independent at life and at learning. There's so much chatter about executive functioning skills that I find it's really hard for families to know where to even begin when they're looking for support for their younger child, their middle-aged, teenager, and even college-bound young adult child. In my executive functioning program, we always start with these 3 strategies that I'm going to share with you right now. At the end of this video, I have little bonus content talking all about executive functioning strengths. But first, we're going to get into the first strategy. The first thing I need you to do is change your mindset. Now, hold on. I know this sounds like a little bit out there. It's a little woo-woo, but stick with me. There's actually tons of research for this. I need you to start to wonder with your child instead of for your child. So this looks like you asking different questions than perhaps, right? Maybe you were before telling them what to do and how to do it. So I want you to start asking them questions. Hey, so what's your plan, buddy? Right? The next follow-up question could be, okay, cool. I wonder what's that gonna look like? I wonder what's gonna happen when you try that. This strategy is gonna shift from your kids using your frontal lobe to figure things out to starting to practice using their own frontal lobe, and more importantly, starting to learn that they can really depend on their own frontal lobe and their own decision-making, problem-solving skills. I just heard this recently and I can't really remember where, but I love it, so I'm gonna use it all the time. This is a takeaway. Don't should on your child, right? Give me a thumbs up below if you've caught yourself telling your child, you should be doing this, or you should have done it this way. We all do it. I would give myself a thumbs up because I catch myself all the time. That's a hard one. I want you to start looking for progress over results. So many times we want to help fix our kids and we want them to get better at this, and this. When I work with young adults, they have a list of things that they want to get better at, right? And they want to work on them all at the same time. So what I want you to do is stop looking at the end result, because if we're only looking at the end result, a lot of times we're setting ourselves up to fail, because sometimes that end result is only a quick fix. What I want us to do is back up and look at the process. I want us to look at all the little steps that it takes to get to that goal or to complete that thing that is so important for us. And not only do I want us to recognize all the steps in between, I want our kids to celebrate them. Because every time they celebrate an effort, an attempt, one of the many steps it takes to get to that end goal, they'll get that little feel-good hit in their brain, and that will tell their brain, hey, let's do more of this. Let's do more pausing. Let's do more organizing. Let's really pay more attention to the time. Let's plan ahead. So this is how we really develop executive functioning skills, by working on that process versus just looking at that end result. Boom, they turned in the homework. Boom, they were able to clean up their room. Let's move on to the next thing. That doesn't work so well all the time. Okay, I want you guys to work on less things with their kids. Do less. This is so hard for all of us, right? We're always in a rush. We always want to do more, faster, harder, but I'm asking you to do less. When we try and fix all these things, what happens is we end up diluting our efforts, and then we get stuck in the, well, I tried this executive functioning thing and it didn't work, so it just doesn't work. Well, I'm challenging you to reframe that and really pick 1, 2, the most 3. When I'm working in my coaching, or if it's in my program where I'm helping the parents, I very rarely like to have 3. One of those 3 things should be very easy and fast to attain if we do 3, but honestly, the less things we are working on, the more successful we are going to be, right? So I don't want you stuck in the I tried it and it didn't work. So actually hit like in the button below, or even comment that you've tried doing all these things and it doesn't work, and then you're stuck in like, well, I tried and it didn't work. I don't want you to be stuck there, okay? So these 3 strategies will really work to get you on the right path to developing the executive functioning skills that are going to help make your child independent. The next step I want you to focus on is really getting the pieces on how to make your child independent, which the next video here is going to do exactly that. Here's the bonus content I talked to you about. I want you, when you get to the next video, there's going to be an executive function foundations. Now that has a list of all the executive functioning skills, and more importantly, it has a description as to what it looks like when your executive functioning skills are working and what it looks like when they're not working so good. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to grab that sheet and I want you to start looking for things that your child is good at. What executive functioning skills are they already good at? Because focusing on the strengths is another bonus tip on how we really get to build our executive functioning skills in ourselves, and when we're trying to help build executive functioning skills in our students or in our kids.